going on, Leos? Welcome to Earthly Energies. Thanks for joining me. We are going to take a look at your love life here in August, alright? And see where things are going, how things are looking, what you need to know. I will be having your next monthly readings coming out, and that's going to take a look at overall kind of where things are at with your money and your finances, your family, relationships, just kind of in general what comes out there, okay? If you are new to my channel, thank you guys for joining me. If you like how I do things, hit subscribe, and in return I will offer you a free answer to one question. Okay, just comment down below. I also have a giveaway. If you guys want to be entered into that, subscribe and comment giveaway too, okay? Alright, so if you are returning, you guys are awesome. I didn't know if I was ever going to see you again because my channel got hijacked and I didn't know. It was crazy. I'm so happy to be in Leo season, you guys. Happy birthday. I can't tell you how happy I am to be here. I thought I lost you forever. I didn't know what the hell. Okay. Special thank you to my friend Crafty Tarot. It really helped me get through that whole situation. Was a fantastic friend through all of that. So thank you so much. And to all of you who reported the person and just helped support me and all of that. I really appreciate all of your dedication and support. It was just very heartwarming to have all of that backup. It was beautiful. So thank you so much for that. Alright, I really appreciate you guys. And same goes for you because my comments got all messed up. So if you were one of the 100 that I was still getting a private reading to, a mini reading to, get back to me. Just email me your comment and let me know because I don't have access to those anymore. Okay, so that's why I'm kind of offering those readings again, just because I don't like how that whole thing went down. So let me know if you are one of them, alright? Join me on Instagram, guys, Earthly Energies 1111 for updates, and then my normal comments and stuff, they're all funny right now, so go there for my weekly specials and my updates, alright? Again, Earthly Energies 1111. If you guys are looking to rebalance your chakras or need some assistance in that department, check out my line of chakra rebalancing products. Okay, they're definitely helpful in all of those areas. That information's down below. Okay, this is a general reading. You guys will keep it simple. Okay, take what fits, leave the rest. It's based off of energies today, from you, from those around you. Okay, so just use your best judgment when you are making decisions. If you're making a big decision, get a private reading. Okay, I do have some specials going on to kind of help things out a little bit. Get some clarity with your situation personally before you go out and make any kind of big choices, okay? So, yeah, I wanted to just extend that. Enjoy this beautiful scenery, you guys. Release your negativity, absorb that positivity. Just enjoy who you are for your birthdays. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate you're absolutely amazing. You're strong, you get through stuff, you lack that laziness, you get things done. I appreciate that as a Capricorn. I sometimes tend to have that laziness come over me though, and so I'm like, wow, what I could do with more Leo energy. Okay, I do have Leo in my chart, so thank God, because I do tend to have a little bit less of the laziness, but I'm telling you guys, I really appreciate how dedicated you are to the task. Okay, that's just, it's really, I don't know if anybody would get anything done without your energy around. Alright, I think that was everything I wanted to tell you guys. There is an extended reading available for timelines, actions to take, messages from your person. Okay, if you're interested in that, the link is down below. Alright, let's get started here and take a look at the overall situation right now and kind of what, what's going on with it now. Alright, I want to see where are things at right now and how is it affecting, how has this to do with the past here and how is it affecting the future? Alright, Leo, got some advice. Come back. Alright, let's take a look at where it's headed, what you can do to change the situation, what they can do to change the situation. Too many cards. What do you need to accept about the situation here? And Advice from Spirit. All right. Damn, Leo, what's going on? All right, we've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So you're kind of, there's a lack of communication here, or communication that hasn't gone quite the way that you would want it to. Yeah, you're dealing with someone that's just kind of blunt and a little bit kind of either cutthroat or overbearing, just very cocky, you know, kind of an energy. Slightly over opinionated, possibly, kind of judgmental, something like that. You're dealing with somebody that's just making it kind of hard to deal with the person or the situation. Okay, it's definitely not an honest type of communication. It's kind of slow, it's a little bit stagnant. I feel like this is something from your past. Okay, because the status right now of this situation is that it's coming away from harmony here. There's not a lot of communication. There's not a lot of balance happening. Not a lot of recognition. So interesting. It's almost like there's a realization that this isn't going to go anywhere with whatever you're dealing with this person. It was like a really big loss for you, whether it was for your home, yourself, your resources, of your personal energy. There was quite a loss just holding on to like the idea of this person and what was going to happen in the future. Always trying to find that structure, find that boundary, you know, but this person was like really self-absorbed, I feel like, or like somebody was giving more than the other person was getting. Okay, there was not a lot of give and take. There was more giving than taking. I mean, there's more taking from this person than giving back, and you were giving more than you were getting in return. So I also feel like this has to do with some of you could possibly be moving, or the person you're dealing with could be at a distance or going to a distance here. But there's definitely been a loss here from the past. And moving forward in the future, I don't really see it getting much better. It's getting to that next step of realization almost. Somebody here has some regrets about how things went in the past here, and rather than coming at this from a productive and progressive, positive way, they're kind of coming at this from the ego and from the emotion, which is making it hard to kind of take that next step forward here. The Ten of Swords in reverse is about taking a step back and coming into a better realization of where you're at with things, this completion of the relationship, and really coming, you know, I feel like one of you is in this like poor me state and the other one's not, is kind of what I'm picking up on. And that mentality is making it very difficult for the other person to offer anything or to extend any kind of problem solving or structure or regulation, because this is more of like a review period of what's happened. Yeah, so somebody's released like the idea of trying to find closure on this and like cut it off instead, and that's not working, because it's leaving both of you in this stagnant energy of not being able to move forward with this. So Leo, I feel like this is about coming back and communicating here about these losses, and finding balance with what happened in the past so that you can move on. Okay, so you can find closure with that situation. But I feel like you might have tried to kind of, you know, or maybe even consider just kind of skipping past this and moving forward, and it didn't work. Or even the person might have tried to like bounce out, and you were like, yeah, but we didn't even like talk about this, or we didn't even like come to a closure on the situation, and that's made it difficult for you, you've had to kind of bring that situation back around to be able to release it. And that wasn't fun, I feel like, for you, okay? I don't think that's something you really wanted to do. As far as where this is headed, we've got Empress in the reverse. So I feel like this is somebody that has a tendency to make you feel kind of guilty about things, or can kind of smother you with their own emotions. So what I would do is keep this very emotionless. What you can do to change that is keep it emotionless. Be very straightforward about things. This is about not offering necessarily a new beginning, or being extremely like, you know, always the sometimes we have to be kind of the negative Nelly, because if you keep it positive and you keep it always in their best interest, when it shouldn't be, then we can give a false sense of desire, and then that person can get the wrong impression. And so you want to keep what you want and your intentions very straightforward, okay? Very straightforward. And then you will have a lot less emotional shit to deal with later, basically, is what I'm saying here. If you don't want to nurture the situation and moving forward, don't give them the impression that you do, because that's going to confuse things. And if they give the impression that they are, I would be cautious about that, because I feel like they're not too sure about that actual impression here. Because what they can do to change this is understand, okay, come to a realization, an emotional realization with you that family stability, the peace, the joy that was supposed to be, it just isn't there anymore. There's scattered energy, things changed. Nine of Swords is coming out of that anxiety, though. If they can do this, if they can come away from this just feeling of loss constantly, and not knowing where I'm going to go and what's going to happen, and oh, but my life, and it was just supposed to be, and now what is everyone going to think, and everybody thought we were just so happy, and oh, stinking well, because you're not, and they're not. Okay, and this is something has to be discussed here. I actually see the potential for reconciliation should this be something that you guys want to move forward with, but you have to come at this from a much less ego-based, emotional perspective, and more from what can we do about it, okay? Yeah, so what you can... I'm so sorry, you guys. I have, like, allergies terribly right now. What you can accept about the situation. The Four of Wands and the Chariot. Like I said, there can be stability here if this is the person that you're really wanting, but it just hasn't been going very well. And they haven't... It's because something was avoided. Something was completely avoided with a loss of some type, okay? And there was a little bit more, like, retreat than there was collaboration here. But there can be stability and structure with healthy boundaries established. The universe wants to provide support for you and victory, but this is about self-control, both everybody asserting themselves, being disciplined in the way that approaches happen, learning from past mistakes and past experiences. But this is a learning opportunity, and you guys can grow in a very beautiful direction here, okay? But the advice is learn from the past. Don't come at this from a critical way. Use your passion in the fun ways, okay? Leo, you've got so much strength to give, and providing that type of an energy to this will give you so much more balance and recognition, as opposed to just discerning all through all the hassles and the disagreements and the conflict and the uncertainty, and forget all that shit. You know, and it's coming into this, either we do it the right way and we have this boundary and we got this plan and we're going to do it this way, or we can't move forward and we're going to have to we'll come back to it when we can, right? But having that put your foot down, this is the way it's going to be, I want to move forward, we got to make a change with this situation, okay? That's kind of the energy that the universe is asking for you to have with regards to this, all right? Now let's see. Oh, yeah, overall energy for you is the Teacher. So that's taking a moment to give, it's not even something you even have to just in your actions and your demeanor alone is going to give like this, it's not like a superiority thing. It's more like a, this is how it has to be for me. This is how it has to be for this to work. That's what's helping them take action. They want to, but they almost don't even know what to do. They almost need you to say, it's gotta be this way, for them to know how to move forward with you. Aren't you lucky? Like, can't they just know? Okay. And the Five of Pentacles again. So yeah, if you want this to be recognized, this was about the future. If you want this to be recognized and for this to have a solid direction here, healthy boundaries have to be established. Okay? You are the initiator. They are the doer of that initiation. You are the leader. They are the follower. However, I don't really like that particular way of looking at it, but that, in a sense, is kind of what we're dealing with here. So, the universe has got your back, okay? You flow with your life purpose. You come from a space of heart and truth, and you're good. If they want to follow along, they will. If they can't right now, then you know. All right, let's take a look at each of the zodiacs and see where things are at. Okay, we've got Aries. Move these up here. We've got Taurus, we've got Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius, Pisces. Interesting. Cap got the same card in Scorpios. Wow. Okay. So if you were dealing with an Aries, we've got Palace of Cups, somebody coming from the place of emotions. I can see where this might be a little bit more difficult to deal with just because they're coming from an emotional place, but it's not necessarily negative. It's just unlike them. So it's very awkward, okay, if you like, for you guys, because they're usually very talkative, very coming from their head. Now they're coming from their heart space, and you're like, oh shit, now what do I do, right? Okay, so for Taurus, we've got the World. The World is, I feel like for this, with this person, you're both able to kind of come to a mutual understanding about how you feel with each other and complete this in a more harmonious way than with some of the other zodiacs. So I think that's going a little bit easier for you if you're dealing with a Taurus. Sorry, a Gemini, Empress. So again, I feel like you're dealing with a person who has the ability to really see this from a positive perspective, even if they're not right now. They can come to their senses here, and I do see a positive energy surrounding this conversation or this movement here. Big cards here for Taurus and Gemini. Could definitely be dealing with one of the two of those. We got Queen of Wands in reverse for Cancer. So Cancers aren't feeling so hot about this right now. They're feeling a lot less in their element and more in kind of a hot-tempered and cocky kind of an energy. Really feeling like kind of point their fingers in certain directions, poor me kind of a feeling. But rather than an emotion, it's more coming out in like hostility, okay, and intensity. So I feel like it could be a little bit more intense here if you are working with a Cancer. Leo, we've got Knight of Swords in the upright. So positive, honest communication, trying to seek a truce here in the situation. Quick, though, it's kind of direct. It's very, a little bit more difficult to tap into the emotion with that and move through it. It's a little bit more like awkward and, you know, uncomfortable, more than like, okay, we can get through this. It's more anxiety than like feeling bad, okay? More anxiety than guilt or something like that. If you are working with a, who do we have? We have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, sorry. Okay, Virgo. Seven of Wands for a Virgo, a little bit on defense. So you might have somebody that's feeling a little bit more cautious about this. They're not really sure. They don't really like the idea of change. They want to come at this more of an aggressive route, like, okay, well, I'm going to one-up you. I can do better too, kind of an energy. So I feel like you have to be kind of like, whoa, buddy, it's not really like that. We can be friends here. We can do this in a more cordial sense. Okay, so Virgos might be a little bit intense right now. Libras, Ten of Pentacles. Libras are in that energy of just trying to make things work and make sense of things. So whatever makes sense to the family dynamic is really what makes their heart and soul feel content. So I feel like you could be getting a little bit more mutual reciprocity with desire regarding Libras. For Scorpios, yeah, Scorpios are, I feel like there's that kind of that almost passionate, like, fine, then I'm out. A little bit similar to a Virgo. But it's there. Also, information or changes could have come up to where this helped kind of move things in that direction in a more creative way, in a more forceful direction, without really, more from the universe kind of helped guide this rather than you having to say or they having to say. It was more just kind of it happened if you're dealing with a Scorpio, okay? If you've got a Sag, okay, Sag is looking really good right now. I feel like there's a really happy, positive outlook with regards to where this is going, like wish fulfillment. So you guys could definitely also have a mutual understanding with regard to what's happened in the past, or could be certainly moving forward in a relationship with a Sag. Sag, again, Taurus, Gemini. This could also indicate, with the Scorpio, that you want to make a forward move here. Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap. These are looking really good as far as opportunities to move forward here. The other folks, might be a little bit more work to do with those, okay? But for Cap, looking really good, very emotional. They're really ready to get into that emotional space and express things and do things with you guys and, feel a little bit less intense with work and with their goals and with their life and themselves and, more into, like, let's just go have fun. Screw all that, let's have fun. Okay, if you are working with an Aquarius, okay, an Aquarius is wanting to get out of a funk of some kind and come into, like, let's go check stuff out, let's go have some fun, let's go express our emotions and feel victorious with the world, right? Then we'll just want some options and to take some action here in life because they've come out of kind of a funk of their own, whether it's just a loss of some kind or they haven't really felt like things have kind of been going in their way. They want to put out some energy and haven't been able to, basically. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius, they want to go have some fun. They're feeling good. On the other hand, I can see where they could be kind of escaping the situation and going, and finding kind of ways to keep themselves occupied so they don't have to kind of deal with some of this. And if you're working with a Pisces, okay, you're dealing with a Pisces, this is about someone coming through and trying to find kind of a way to meet each other in the middle. Find a just way to communicate. Honest, it's positive, but it's also, it can have some minor issues just because the maturity level can be a little bit off. The ability to see things, in depth might be a little bit harder with this person right now, mainly because of where they're at, but there is a sense of understanding. There's a sense of being able to use their mind and come from a truthful place. It's just kind of inexperienced, okay? And so this could just indicate a sense that this person's trying to work their way through this in the best way that they can, but and even maybe coming at this from a more lighthearted kind of a way, and sending kind of messages of I'm not too sure how I feel about this. You could even be getting kind of some mixed signals with that, and they might want to have a little bit of a break as well with things. So that, lovelies, is kind of where you are sitting with regard to the other zodiacs. Let's get a message from your guides. We've got, you are limitless. You can do anything that you choose, and take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. So in other words, whatever it is that you're choosing, and you can choose anything, as long as it has the intention of love, prosperity, abundance, and the highest satisfaction for you, that is the way to go. You are asking the universe right now for what you want or the best case scenario past that. It's one or the other. Whatever's best for you, right? Whatever gives you the highest level of satisfaction is what you are asking for right now. For your birthday, lovelies, that's what you should get. So you are limitless. Do what you want. You can choose whatever. And let this happen. Let this come into fruition for yourselves. And you are coming at this from a very positive perspective. So I'm loving the way the energy feels. I hope that that gives you guys some clarity. I'm going to get into your extended and see how things are looking as far as actions you can take and overall where things are going. All right, that's what I want to see at the moment. And stick around, guys, because this is going to be interesting, alright? Yeah, this is definitely going to be interesting. If you guys are interested in looking further, that's where you can go to find it. The link is below. I'll see you guys next time.